And see, now Apollo's starting to do a little growling. So this is where I step in and tell him, Apollo, stop. Okay, in this video, let's talk about food aggression. First of all, what is food aggression? Food aggression is when your dogs are very protective over their food. They fight each other over food. They growl at you when you get near their food. Let me tell you the things I did to avoid those type of situations or those type of things going on with my dogs. When I first got them, when they were first young, while they're eating, I always bothered them. I always, put my hand in their food. I always fed them separate from each other. Now, there are a few times when I fed them together, but most of the time I keep their bowls away from each other so they can eat in peace. But I feel like dogs and animals are just like human beings. When they're eating, they don't want to be bothered. When you're eating your meal, when you're eating your dinner, after a hard day's work, or you get a snack at lunchtime at work, you don't want to be bothered while you're eating. So I look at it the same way with my dogs, with my Rottweilers. They don't want to be bothered while they're eating. So what I try to do is, when I see them go to the bowl and they're eating and stuff like that, I just try not to bother them. But I do let them know that I do run the yard and I do control the food. Apollo, back up. At any given time, I can come and take the bowl. I can come take the bowl from them. Apollo, sit down. Apollo, sit down. He'll wait there. He'll wait. He'll wait and wait and wait. And then I just give it back to him. Rocky, same thing. Come on. He's pretty much, I guess he's through for the day eating, but at the same thing, I can reach down. I can grab him while he's eating. Look, I can grab his neck while he's eating. No growling. I can take his bowl while he's eating. Rocky, sit down. He'll sit there the whole time because I've done these type of drills with them from day one. They know I control the food. They know for a fact that the only way they can eat is if I give them the food. He'll sit there all day long and stare at this bowl until I finally sit it down. And like I said, he's already been eating out of it. He's probably full already, but food aggression, it can get serious. It can get to the point, I've seen it where people try to go to the bowl or go around the dogs while they're eating, and the dogs will try to attack the owners. I never wanted it to get to that type of level with me. I always wanted me and my dogs to have a complete understanding. And like I say, let me put my disclaimer out there. I'm not a breeder and I'm not a trainer. I'm just telling you the type of things that I've done that have helped me out. I've always just tried to let them know from day one that I was in charge. And sometimes, most of the time I let them get their way. Like if me and my wife bring them a treat out, like say we bring them some, raw chicken or any type of meat or something like that, I'll make sure we have enough for both dogs to eat, where they're not out here trying to fight over it or, growl at each other or get real aggressive over it. But for the most part, they'll let me be around them while they're eating. I can sit right here in Rocky's face. Look, he'll even leave the bowl. I can put my hand in the bowl. I can even feed him out of my hand. Rocky, he'll even eat out of my hand, look. He'll even eat it out of my hand. Take it over there and go on about his business. But food aggression can get very serious. I'm telling you, if you don't start at an early age, if you don't start when they're young, they'll try to be dominant over their food. I've always tried to make sure they know that if I tell them to give it up, they're going to give it up. If they put something in their mouth and they're not supposed to have it, I can reach my hand in their mouth and take it out. And that just comes from over time. Me and my dogs have an understanding that they're not to bite me. They're not to, growl at me. They're not to do anything like that to me. Oh, they're about to knock me over. But like with Apollo, let me just show y'all this. At any time, I can put my hand in his mouth. Come here, Apollo. And I don't recommend this, but at any time I can put my hand in his mouth. I can put my hand in Rocky's mouth. They know my hand is not nothing to bite down on. I stopped that at an early age. They know that they're not supposed to bite down on my hand. Now they will eat out of my hand. They'll lick my hand. Let me slow it down to make sure I'm clear. When they were puppies, 4 weeks old. When they were young, like 4 weeks old, 6 weeks old, they would clamp down on my hand. But you know, they weren't strong enough yet where they could do any damage to my hand. But I let them know that that was a no-no. I let them know I was displeased with that. That's not something I want them to be doing, is biting down on people's hands, biting down on my hands, biting down on each other. And as you can see, this is just play. Right now, they're just playing. They're not trying to hurt each other. Apollo is in a submissive stance. Apollo is laying on his back. Rocky is on top of him. But Apollo doesn't feel like he's in any danger because he can get up at any minute. And they're just wrestling around, just like brothers do. Apollo's trying to show his teeth to show that he's, you know, he's not going to let him get too much on him. But this is just how they play. Just like humans play, just like brothers play, just like when you visit your cousin's house, you and your cousins might wrestle until your parents come in there and say, hey, y'all, break it up, you know. But they're just playing. Rocky's just, you know, grabbing his legs. And like I say, no animals were hurt while filming this video. They do this all the time. I call it WrestleMania. And I'm just trying to give y'all a close-up view of how they interact with each other on a daily basis. And it's kind of like in their faces, it's kind of like they're smiling and laughing at each other. Apollo's kind of like laughing if you look at his face. They're kind of smiling and laughing at each other like, yeah, come on. That all you got? Apollo's like, that's all you got? Now Rocky's on his back. He's laying down like in like a submissive state. And Apollo's on top of him. Now Apollo is a little bit bigger than Rocky. Rocky was the runner of the litter. Apollo was the pick of the litter. And see, now Apollo's starting to do a little growling. So this is where I step in and tell him, Apollo, stop. Rocky. That's when I step in and let them know, okay, once I hear one of them growl or make a aggressive noise, I let them know. I let them know that's enough. Rocky, that's enough. Go. Go. Rocky, go. I let them know that's enough. Because you don't want to let them take it too far. It's just like human beings. If one thinks that the other one is getting the best of them, they might start to get agitated or start to get aggressive. Apollo, sit down. Sit down. Go. Rocky, that's enough playing. Stop. But drop down in the comments and tell your routine. Tell what you do, because I'm going to tell y'all the comment section is a very, very powerful section where we all in the dog community, the Rottweiler community, can just come together and give our ideas and opinions. Because like I say, I'm not an expert at anything. And I'm always open to new ideas. I'm always open to hear new ideas and know new things. I love getting information and I love getting knowledge, because knowledge is power. And with you all out there who own Rottweilers or who own large breeds of dogs or who just own dogs in general, any advice or anything you can give down in the comments can be helpful to somebody else, and it could be helpful to me as well. I love reading the comments. I love commenting back. And let's just all be one big happy community. We don't all have to agree with everything, but let's just be respectful to each other in the comments and give your information on how you feel about tail docking. How do you feel about food aggression? How do you feel about dogs and exercise? You know, just give your opinions. And if you want to drop down in the comments and tell your dog's name and what kind of dog you have, I'd love to know. I'd love to hear it. Share it with us. The comment section is open. Drop a comment, drop a like on this video, and let's just be one big community, one big happy community, you guys. Because I don't really like to do drama in my regular personal life, and I definitely don't want to come on social media and do any type of drama. So it's me, Mr. Life is Good, here in North Carolina. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Peace. Big jealous dog. Okay, let's go. Rocky, let's go. Take a nap.